Hey guys, it's Killerrez, and today I'm going to be playing Mount&Blade Warband. And hopefully I'll be playing it for a while, because it seems like I only make 4 videos and then I just stop. That's not intentional, it's not like I'm doing that on purpose, it's just, I end up doing that. I don't know why. But, yeah, there's not too much to say, so let's start. Alright. So, Mount&Blade is a medieval combat simulator. I don't even know. It's like awesome. You're just a knight, and you're trying to build your way up to being a king. Basically, that's what you want to do. You don't have to, but so there's a lot of things that make your game easier or harder. Like if you're a female, you're gonna have a rough time at the beginning. But I choose dudes just because I like to. But what makes the game a lot easier is if you start out as a male, like, noble. Because then people will treat you with respect and you get a banner at the very start of the game. But I'm not like that. I would rather have the harder start. And I usually just do, like, a blacksmith thing. Where it's like my dad was a warrior. I've worked as, like, a smith's apprentice and then I was a smith. And, I don't know. That's just what I like doing. I'm not even sure. Well, those determine what they do to, like, your starting equipment. I'm not sure what this does. I've never seen any difference with any of the picks. Maybe I'm just stupid and I never noticed, but... So I always go for, like, Wanderlust. Just cause. And let's start. I don't want to be able to quit without saving. So, yep. I usually just go into intelligence at the beginning because it gives you more skill points to put into stuff at the start. And I always go in pathfinding because that makes you move faster. And if you start in a desert place, you have to move fast. I'm not starting in the desert place because that's hard. Than most of the stuff, so I won't be doing that. I will probably be starting with the Nords because the Nords it's one of the easier starts, but the main reason why is just because I like the Nord area and I know the Nord area very well, so I'll be starting there. You want surgery. Anyway, my favorite part about this game is probably when you're riding on horseback and you have a lance and you just like ram into a guy with your lance as hard as you can and it kills him instantly. I think it's great and it feels extremely rewarding, but oh jeez. Alright. You always have to have a mustache. That's a rule. At least a mustache. I'm gonna be rocking full beard. Why not? There's nothing much to say at this point because I'm just making my guy. And I've talked about all the basic stuff that I'll be doing. There we go, that looks good enough. I don't like to customize them too much. So yeah, we will be starting at Sargoth. Now, the beginning of everyone's story is basically the same. No matter where you start, you enter a village, well, a main town, and then some asshole attacks you. So... it's not that hard to kill him. Hello, good sir. I'm gonna be skipping most of this guy's dialogue because it doesn't matter, like, at all. Basically, he tells you to go and get 5 dudes, and then he's gonna tell me to attack some bandits that are causing trouble. Oh, okay. And then that usually doesn't happen. Anyway, and then he's going to ask me to save his brother. I've done this quite a few times now. I wish they would have had something different for each area, so it wasn't just like, oh, you're the same exact guy, but just you look different. So, let's get a couple more guys. Now I have 11 guys with me, even though he only asked for 5. 11's really nice, because they die. Like, and when your guys, most of the time, they'll die and then they're gone for, like, ever. You can find special people who you can hire at these taverns, and it will... Oh, let's get some money. And then I'll just kick this guy's ass. Who do you think you are, faggot? So my second victim was a drunk. Alright. So now I got his sword. Where the hell's the merchant? There he is. No, that's not the merchant. Why the hell? Now he looks like a fucking dumbass. Thinking that guy was a merchant. Alright. He looks like a merchant from another town, okay? And these bandits will pop, like, yeah, see, they're just right there, and they're super easy to kill. They're probably easier than the easiest enemies. So, it's foggy. But yeah, this is sort of, oh wow, some of the guys are in blue, some of them aren't. But this is sort of a test as well, because I don't know how, I just got a new computer and I don't know if it can push recording and playing at the same time. And this is on full settings, except for the resolution is at 720p instead of, oh god damn it, instead of my max. So there we go. And this is what I like about the game. The combat, in my opinion, at least the mounted combat, feels really nice. It makes you feel like a knight. I don't know, you attack in a very weird way to most people. Depending on how you move your mouse, when you click your mouse button, it changes the way you attack. Stupid fanfare, it's probably like overwhelming my voice. But 822. I don't need leg armor. But depending on the way you move your mouse when you click the button, it changes how you attack. So if you want to attack to your right, you move your mouse right, and etc. Except for when you pull back on your mouse, you do a stab. So that's the longest range attack for at least frontal wise, of course. So if you have a two-handed weapon like a spear, then you're going, and another guy has something like an axe that can break through shields easily, you're gonna want to use that poke. Oh, that's great. That's far as shit. But shit, I don't have a timer going, so I don't know how long it's been. I'll just end this episode after I take out the kidnappers at the hideout and hope that it's not too long. Okay, we want to avoid the deserters and the sea raiders, but fighting the looters is fine.
You better not be a man.
Sea raiders are probably the buffest of the starting bandits. I don't really know what else to call them. They're not, but because they have chainmail armor and throwing axes and normal axes, which like I said, they'll break through shields. So if you see a guy with a two-handed axe and you have this shitty little shield, your shield's probably gonna break. Now I'm playing on the normal difficulty. I'm not playing on anything special. I normally play on the easier difficulties because before my frame rate was pretty bad in big battles, so I would usually die to people who I couldn't even see. I'm just failing epically. So, but now I'm playing on normal, and hopefully my tactics, my shitty tactics, will work. I normally charge in before all my ground units, because they die a lot easier than you do. So, if you can charge in and get the advantage for your ground troops, I usually think that's the best course of action. Probably shouldn't have done that fight, but nah. Alright, 2 huntsmen, a footman. How fast are the sea raiders? Alright. Hopefully they won't be able to catch up to me. They shouldn't be able to. Because if those guys catch me, it's game over. Well, not really. It's not game over. I get captured and they walk me around for like 8 hours. And then they let me go. Well, I get away, they don't let you go. So, we will see if we can beat these guys. Wait, how does this work? Why are we at shore when there wasn't shore? I'm not going to go into crossbows or archery. I'll go into throwing, most likely, because you want a ranged weapon for certain situations, but using a bow and arrow or crossbow, that takes up 2 slots. Because you have the bows, the bows, and then the bolts or the arrows. So, I think that it's a lot better to use a throwing item. Even though you have less shots, you can have a sword, a shield, a lance, and then a throwing item. And that's what I like doing, because the lance is pretty OP. I'd like to mention, by the way, I just barely remembered, this is one of the only games that I played where when you look down, you see your chest and your shoes and everything. I always found it weird in games, like when you look down and it's either all you see is your shoes or all you see is nothing. Like your head is just a floating, like in the Half-Life series, you have no arms or legs when you drive. It's really weird. Whatever. Yay. Alright. I'll end it here. This will be the first. This is the first episode. Hopefully there'll be a lot more. Hopefully this file size isn't ginormous. But I will see you guys